All right, so come on in. Have a sip. Let's wind down on the Thursday grid. What I can see around the banner here, it looks like we've got some really crazy shape going on, so I guess we'll hop into that in a minute. But in the spirit of good times and of learning something as we go, as was pointed out yesterday in a comment by Creatrix Tiara, that ninjas didn't always wear black. In fact, that was more of a theatrical thing, that they wanted to blend in their surroundings, etc., and so on and so forth. And see, just my point, you can actually learn from the crossword, which is fabulous. And of course, from this incredibly brainy community we've got here. So thank you for all of that. Today we are having Le Grand Préau. This is a fabulous wine. It is just stunning. And as you can see, the background, this is the time of year, all 3 or 4 weeks of it, where you get to just leave the doors open and just let the fresh air in. It's beautiful, it's cool, it's crisp, it's just gorgeous. And it's nice to just step out on our terrace from the living area and enjoy a wine such as this on occasion. So, if you can get your hands on a bottle of it, I highly recommend. Besides, Le Grand Préau stands for, well, it means in French, I think that's the great courtyards. So, maybe there's something to that. Let's hop into our grid and see what we've got today. Oh, wow. Yeah, we got ourselves something here. Okay. Well, speaking of French, okay, so a chateau, en français, is a castle. In Spain, that's Castillo. Well, something tells me we've got rebuses in here, because I can't think of anything else. Even if you were to stretch it and call it presidio, it wouldn't fit. So, prepare as a Thanksgiving turkey, navigate. So to navigate, right? I mean, I'm thinking the first thing that comes to mind, it would be 5 letters. I'm thinking steer, right? Like steering a wheel, navigating, making your way there. And which means that this could be an EER here, and then there's an ST and a rebus in the 2 block at the very top, but I don't know. So what? It seems like these gray shaded in areas, like a college team whose name is its home state minus 2 letters. I mean, soccer. Steve of The Office, and that's Steve Carell, and I think that's 1 R and 2 L's. I just don't. Supermarket lineup. Steve Carell. I don't know. We could just say maybe this is, and then here we'll put in a rebus to maybe this is carts. I don't know. Closely monitor. Uruguayan soccer star Luis. I think maybe Suarez. Part of a row that might have a row. So ATERNIT. Let's see what we got here. Pepperoni, mushroom, pepperoni, mushroom, or green pepper, or what each cluster of black squares represents in this puzzle. Sister Act star. That's Whoopi Goldberg. Okay, I think the best thing to do here, because I'm thinking, this should be like frizz, right? And this could be fraternity. if that's an FR, and this is an IZZ. So if this is a Z, exude as charisma. This could be OO, this could be Z, and this could be E. And then I guess that could be SUARES. No. Okay, what I would normally do is just go get these independent ones, like apropos, could be apt, or maybe even fit, mixed bag, maybe T, Sappho, and others. Well, I think that's pretty clear cut. Those are odists, ancient Greek odists. Flavor, and then purple bubble tea would be taro. Material for some trifold display boards. Let's see, then we got that down at the bottom. And one of the official languages of Uttar Pradesh, and I think that's Urdu. And I want to go there so bad. I just want to find a cooler time of year to do it. And I want to see the Taj Mahal. You know, I mean, there's things I want to see, so I really want to get there. Das Kapital. So that's what I would do normally, is I would just go in here and get the stuff that's not connected to anything with the rebuses. So, but thereabouts could be, I guess, or so. Is this still good? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go with my gut instinct. This is what my wife would tell me to do. So I think this is Suarez. So let's go ahead and get our clicking in gear here. Let's put an SU in there. And AREZ. And become unruly as hair. And I think, again, this is frizz. So let's hit the rebus and put our FR in there. And let's come on down with our FRIZZ. And so sounds from fans are whirs, right? And then we've got this whoopee here. So I think we've got WH. And then that's that oozing charisma. So, right. And then PI to finish whoopee, right? So if we do that, so PI, and then we have our, it looks like pizza toppings, right? I mean, everybody with me? Or pepperoni, mushroom, or green pepper, so pizza topping. And so, singer Amos, one of my favorite singers of all time. I love Tori Amos. Oh, every one of her songs were just amazing. Potential goal for a unicorn in brief, and I think we're talking about a startup, right? Maybe an IPO, initial public offering. So a sucker, I guess this could be LO. And then a lolly, maybe there's two L's there. LOLI. And yeah, it looks like we've got our fraternity here now. And so, college team is, let's see, okay, so here we're going to have, so apparently, each of these, just like with Whoopi over here on 18 down, I think we've got CA, and then ST. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Keep forgetting. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do. Rebus. And that would be an IL for Castillo. And so now, closely monitor may be to surveil. So Illini, steer was right, good. Prepare is to carve carts. Okay, so I think we've got the rebus figured out. So not incredibly challenging, but maybe daunting at first if you're not familiar with the format. So assuage as fears, I'm assuming would be allay. So let's put our LA in there, and then LA again. And oh, okay, yeah, that's good. So that would be lilac in. So I guess this would be an AC at the end. I was a fan of Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys when I was a kid. Well, it was really the only thing we had in the library at my school. We settled, maybe paid. So PA, and return, go down here to our D, and then what do we have here? Parting words with an S, so this would be adieus, and this would be a US at the end. So yeah, outside of being maybe a little daunting, I don't think it's all that challenging. It's just going to take a long time to get these all filled in. So let's buckle up for the ride, people. So I think we got an alpaca here. All right, and now what do we have? So we have calico cat, secret, infatuation, biting, maybe a Serb. So took by force, maybe usurped. And yes, we have a crush here, I think. And now what do we have to work with? Lose every penny. So maybe we are going broke. Let's keep that K-E in there. Return. So closely monitor with on. So maybe this is keep tabs. So EP. Just keep the mouse. The keep TA. And BS. Keep tabs, right? Chop up as ingredients, maybe prep. One of two heard in this kiss. This is pretty clever, I guess. I think these are short eyes. What does that give us here? Etta James of Jazz. Yeah, I think that's about right. Now we've got that in that one's mine. So maybe I got dibs. Washington SeaTac. Set of books once awarded to winners of Britain's Countdown game show for short. Oh, I wish I'd win a set of the Oxford English Dictionary. That would be nice. Stare in amazement, maybe to goggle. And pet shampoo target, maybe a flea. And is this still good? A sniff. Yeah, that's kind of gross, but it makes sense, doesn't it? Feature of a deluxe pie and of this puzzle. Well, clearly that's stuffed crust, right? That's really cool. Clever as all get out. This is good stuff. I'm loving it. I'm going to nerd out on this for the rest of the way. Stuffed crust. Very cool. Now we got foul. Stinky? Let's try it. I am. And then KY. All right. Morgenstern, who wrote The Night Circus, and that's Aaron. Russian range, of course. We just talked about this the other day, right? If it's 4 letters, it's singular. If not, then it's talking in plural. But they're always the Urals, It's Russia and Kazakhstan's version of Eaton in the crosswords. So we got to get an LS in here. Looks like, anyway. Losing water by the minute, maybe leaky. Reacted to a staggering blow, maybe to reel. In past tense, we're going to have to reeled. So, got it? Good. All right, so might as well get this one real quick if we can. Double tapped on Instagram, for example. And I guess this is going to be to like, or maybe like, but to like. So let's go ahead and get that in and see what we can do now that we've got a couple of them on. So let's see, sources of gossip. Very much looks like rumor mills. Let's get this made. Noise after being stepped on, perhaps. Material for some trifold display boards. I'm thinking this is foam core. So this would be an RE. So rebus, RE. And then Rebus, Vixen. I hate to shut that down. I guess that could be reindeer. I guess. I don't know. Let's just put it in. Really, I don't want to be 30 minutes on a Thursday puzzle here, right? Let's try it. ER. Okay. And let's see, made noise. So I'm thinking this is creaked, and I don't know why I had to go and do the other. Gotten myself off a little bit here. A noted name with an Oscar. Well, my baloney has a first name. Gave one's blessing to, looks like okayed. And to make sure we're right there, Dwayne Reed Pharmacy. Yes, Sorkin, and yeah, Foam Core Works. Okay, so far so good. Course files, I'm just assuming these are rasps, so PS. And let's see if we can just get this knocked out. Out does maybe one ups, so ON, and then EU. Okay, it's a little confusing for me, right? First name of 3 lead actors playing Marvel superheroes. I don't know. I'm not even going to try to guess that right now. King of the Fairies in a Midsummer Night's Dream. English majors, Shakespeare majors, unite. I think we've got King Oberon. And then we got here, so place, maybe Lou. All right. So we're rounding it out now. Let's go ahead and see what we got. Spanish grandmother is an abuela. So I guess AB, and then we'll get our U in here. And place to veg out, I don't know. Rough houses, I don't know. Pulsate, this looks like it could be a throb. So let's put our TH in and then get the rob in there. The rob of the throb, and I was going the wrong direction on that. Okay, so rough houses, famed sex therapist familiarly. So those of you who are Generation X should absolutely remember who this woman was. But if you're younger than that, you probably don't. But it was Dr. Ruth Westheimer, and she was fabulous. I mean, just fabulous. So if you ever get a chance to listen to, if you never heard her before, you were just too young to have enjoyed her when she was really in her prime during the 80s and the 90s, and you should maybe YouTube and see if there's anything out there on that. Okay, so pray for a moray eel. Well, down here, this looks like there's a Chris, so we must have all of those Chris's in there. Must be 3 different Chris's that are playing in Marvel. And I've not watched any of the Marvel stuff, which I blush to say, and I do plan on doing that at some point. I just need to know in what order do I watch them, like, say, on Disney or whatever, right? Place to veg out. Looks like it could be a couch, and if that's a couch, then this looks like stuccos for rough houses, which is fairly clever, I think. So let's get that ST in there and see if we can make a run of it. So the pray for a moray eel could be a sea crab. I guess it could be a snow crab too. I don't know. Let's take a look. Laundry challenge for a mountain biker. Maybe a mud stain. Artist whose work has wide reach. Yeah, okay. I think this is a muralist. So let's go ahead and get our MU. And then hit Rebus, R-A, Rebus, and then L-I. Okay. So now I'm thinking we've got a mud stain. And in 1492, it sailed the ocean blue. And this is the... Why did I just put an I there? This is the Pinta. I think it had a different name, though. It must have just been a nickname. The Painted One. Nina Pinta. So Nina, little girl. Pinta, the Painted One. If my Spanish doesn't fail me. But the Santa Maria would be after a saint. And I think that most vessels in the Spanish, Portuguese, Italian navies at that time were named after saints. So it must have been the Nina and the Pinta, which means, now that I'm overthinking this completely, I need to look up what the actual names of those boats were, because now I want to know. And again, going back to our creatrix, right, telling us about, ninjas and what they wore. This is the learning opportunity, right? So if any of you knows, put them in the comments. If not, I'll look them up, and if I remember, I'll share the answer. Okay, certain spa treatment. Looks like it is going to be a petty, because that's going to make this apt At first I thought it might be apt or fit, if you recall. And so now we have a mixed bag of tea. And again, so is my speaker even on? Because I really want it to be on. If I'm right, I want this to be done. If I fat-fingered something, I'll just go back and find it, you know. So let's see. So how do we do Bob? I just love that little jazz number. It's fantastic. So let's admire the puzzle real quick. Let's see what we got. Wow, so we got colors. This is really great. What fun can you have, possibly, really, with a crossword? Like, this is really just fabulous. And even better, I think, is doing them electronically gives us an opportunity to actually get to see some of this interactiveness, you know, the interactivity of it all, which I think is fabulous. Yeah, I mean, but I think it would also be kind of fun to actually get a hard copy of the New York Times and actually pencils this one of these times, right? You know, that would be an interesting way to go about it. Of course, my handwriting is such that I should have gone to medical school is what my handwriting says about me. But anyway, so fantastic. Well, so let's just off with you now. And I just want to say thank you for the likes and the subscribes and the comments. That nothing makes my day brighter than when I see those in the morning. So thank you. I'm just loving this community. Every one of you is just beautiful, and you've got these big, gorgeous brains, and you think, and you're self-possessed, and you're just fabulous people. So keep being marvelous. And until I see you tomorrow for the Friday grid, if it's anything like this one, it's going to be a tough one, right? Because it's Friday. And we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, servus, grüß Gott, ciao, tschüss, auf Wiedersehen, Cin-Cin, ciao. You take care. Be well out there.